Sofabaton. I've heard it all now. Hello and welcome back, or if this is your first time, then just hello. How are you? Where you been? My name is Scott and I like to make videos. So when Sofabaton reached out and asked if I wanted to take a look at their ultimate remote solution, I gotta be honest, my first thought was, and then my second thought was, yes please, send it over. Now, this is not a sponsored video in any way, shape or form, but they were kind enough to send me this for free. So thank you for supporting small creators such as me. So what is the Sofabaton X1S, I hear you say? This is an all-in-one remote control that allows you to say goodbye to clutter and confusion of multiple remote controls, allowing you to effortlessly switch to and control your many devices with just one. But before I tell you any more than that, let's start by seeing what we get in the box, although I've already opened it. So first thing out of the box is some gump, also known as a user manual. We then have the remote control unit itself, which measures 7.48 by 1.81 by 0.59 inches and weighs 4.4 ounces. Below this, we then have some more gump, a UK power plug, the infrared blasters, and then a USB Type A to Type C cable. And finally, the hub, which measures 3.94 by 3.94 by 0.83 inches and weighs 3.2 ounces. And that's your lot. Unboxing done. Now, at time of scripting this video, this is going to set you back £186.99 Great British pounds. That's right, you heard me right the first time. But before you go ahead and click the link that is down below, maybe watch till the end of the video. Thanks. So this isn't just for your infrared devices. Oh no, this can also control Bluetooth LE devices, Bluetooth Classic devices, and Wi-Fi devices like your Sonos and Philips Hue, for example. According to their website, the IR Aspect supports over 6,000 brands. The same website also claims that if you have a device that has Bluetooth with a settings page, it's just supported. It just works. The remote control is powered by a built-in 1050 milliamp hour battery, which is said to last around 45 days. The remote has a 2-inch LCD display, and then further down all of the buttons, which are nicely backlit. The hub is powered by the provided Type C cable and power plug, so it does need to be close to a power source, but this isn't a problem because the hub also offers a 360-degree control. It also comes with 2 IR blasters, which will help you get over those blind spots. The Wi-Fi aspect of the hub is 2.4 gigahertz, so we'll see how it gets on with my mix 2.4 and 5 gigahertz in testing. And for you geeks out there, there is also an API that works with If This Then That, Apple Shortcuts, and Home Assistant apparently. And the final thing for me to add at this stage is that it will work with Google Home and Mrs. A. Not sure how, so we'll see how that goes later. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get the remote charging and the hub connected to some good old-fashioned power. Next, grab the Sofabaton app from your app store of choice, and if you don't have an account, create one and get signed in. Next, select the X series and then choose Set Up New Hub. Put the hub into pairing mode by pushing and holding this little button on the back for around 3 seconds. Confirm the light is flashing blue and then allow the device the permissions it needs to access your Bluetooth. Click on the device and then allow the app the Wi-Fi permissions it needs before connecting to your wireless network. Now, as you can see here, it connected to my Mix 2.4 and 5 gigahertz network without error. However, after this, the app was unable to see the hub on my network. I reconnected it to a separate standalone 2.4 gigahertz only, and all was good. So in answer to my previous question, no, this doesn't seem to support mixed mode wireless networks. Next, if you're prompted to update the firmware, let it proceed before finally giving your device a name and clicking save. I'm going to add my LG TV, so start by clicking the plus icon in the top right hand corner, choosing the type of device, and then searching for it. Once found, choose an icon and give the device a name, and it will then begin downloading the code needed. The app will then go through some testing with you to make sure the device is being controlled successfully. I then dove straight in and renamed my HDMI input. So again, don't need to think about too much. So as you've just seen, the setup is pretty much entirely app driven. So for the technophobes out there, this may be a problem. And as it is app driven and given its price, I would expect the app to be exceptional, but sadly, it isn't. The look and feel of the app is very dated. It's also at stages very slow. and I personally just found it really awkward to use. Adding devices, as I said, very easy, and they do appear to have a huge library, which is great. However, once you've downloaded it and are then using the device, it's not so easy. I found myself only wanting to use the basic buttons and ignoring the whole LCD screen because it was just a pain of use. It provided a ton of options, which not only meant a lot of scrolling, but also I had no clue what most of them were. I mean, look how long-winded it is just to change the source. I feel like I need a PhD in order to use the thing. Now, the hardware. For the remote, it feels nice in hand and has a matte finish. However, for the price, it's lacking that je ne sais quoi. And the hub, unfortunately, feels very cheap. There is a nice little tool in the settings part of the app which allows you to find the remote control when it's lost, which causes it to beep until found, which I thought was a very thoughtful tool. Sadly, however, it would seem not much more thought has been given elsewhere, as the actual physical use of the remote control is, well, just odd. For example, to go back on the LCD screen menu, I can't push the wheel to the left or even use the obvious back button here. I have to use this specific back button stuck at the top right hand corner, which is not ergonomic at all, and it's just very, very awkward. Again, where the screen is concerned, you can't use any of the buttons to control it. You have to use the scroll wheel, which only moves up and down and clicks. Another example of how unusable it is, in my opinion, is when I try to use a device. To access the device, you first have to scroll to it and then click to select it, and then click again to enter it. It's just all very cumbersome. By this point, I had spent so much time trying to work things out and understand it to make sure it wasn't me that was being stupid. I just literally just gave up on it. I've never done this before, and I couldn't even bring myself to test the smart home integration, let alone Home Assistant. Now granted, 99% of the things I have issue with are software related, so hopefully they can make this device more usable and user-friendly with some updates, because at the moment, it isn't neither, in my opinion. So is this worth the money? And I think you already know the answer to this. But sadly, the fact that I couldn't even get through using it for a short amount of time means that, in my opinion, no, this isn't worth the nearly £200 price tag in any way, shape or form. Regardless though, I am thankful to Sofabaton for sending me this. I honestly do appreciate it, although I'm not sure you're going to be sending me anything else after this. If you have any questions about it, or anything else for that matter, then please do let me know in the comments box down below. And whilst you're down there,
that's what she said,
please do consider liking the video, subscribing if you aren't already, and hitting the bell to get notified when I upload new videos, because in doing so, it helps me get sent more free stuff like this to play with. So yeah, thanks for that, and thanks for watching. Bye, internet.
Throw this shade on me, like they all hate on me. Don't bring that rage on me. Why they throwing shade on me, like they ashamed on me? I thought, what age are we?